never want to lose your hardware, so when you're doing something like pulling the seat, it's always best to just thread the nuts right back onto the bolts. Plus it helps prevent screwing up the tips of the mounting bolts when you set it back upright off to the side. Unfortunately, we have not yet gotten our new tire machine in, so we will not be installing the tires on the rims this week. You'll have to come back next week for that. But hopefully by next week we'll have our new mount holes drilled, we'll have all of our cables run, and we'll be ready to set up our new wiring and start building ourselves a new battery box. I'm looking for a reasonably priced ATV or lawn tractor battery sized battery box to put up here. If I can't find one, I may have to resort to going to Home Depot, getting a sheet of Lexan and cutting it down to make a battery box. Don't really want to do that, but when you have no other choice, you do what you got to do. So, for the time being, we'll go ahead and pull this out of here too. Set this over on the bench. Now, over the next few weeks, hopefully, you'll be seeing more and more cleanup and organization going on in the shop. We're working on it, slowly but surely. Say hi to the camera, B.
Hi.
He's a little camera shy, folks. Don't let him get to you, though. He's a great guy. And without him, we wouldn't have this channel. We're going to go ahead, cut off camera for a minute so we can both get our hands dirty. We'll be back shortly. Alright, welcome back, folks. So, off camera, we managed to get the seized rim off of the axle without destroying the axle. So, major win there. Took a little bit of heat. Whole lot of this. If you don't have some, get some. Great stuff. I've been using PB Blaster for 25 plus years. We also had a little help from an antique air hammer and a 3-jaw puller of all things. But in the end, we got it off. So we've already got our new hub in here, just test fit. Now, mind you, that's relative new to the Kart, not new as in new out of the box. So what we're going to do today is just a little bit of stuff, since we're kind of pressed from time. We're going to pull the seat back off and set it aside, because right now I just can't get enough adjustment to the back for anybody my height. Our knees are still way too high up in the air with it. So we're going to pull it off. We're going to drill 4 new mounting bolts about 1.5 inches to 2 inches back from where they're currently at, and then remount the slider there. Outside of that, we're going to be pulling the switches out, pulling out the wiring harness, getting that all off. That way we can start cutting off the tape and tracing wire to see what's what before we build the new wire harness. Got a new throttle cable, so the old one's going to come off. Got a new choke cable. We'll have to figure out how we're going to route that. And we got to figure out how we're going to mount our new tail lights once we got them in. We're not pulling it tonight, but the engine will be coming off soon, because we're going to be making a new brace across here and coming off of that with a bracket for the fuel tank instead of having it mounted on the back of the engine. I just did not like the way they had that fuel line stretched so tight across the bottom of the engine to get back to the carburetor. So we're going to pull that off, move it up here, and then route the hose down and into it that way. Also probably going to be looking into a new exhaust pipe if I can find one. If not, I'll have to see how well I can weld the pipe, because I want to move that away from the intake a little bit. Outside of that, once we finish stripping those things off, this thing will be most of the way stripped down and ready for us to start, you know, removing paint, welding what we need to weld, get it up on its end after the engine comes off so we can weld the floor pan back in place. And once all that's done, we'll be ready to, you know, pretty it up and start reassembly. We did do a short unboxing video for some of the goodies that we got. This is one of the latest packages from Amazon here on the floor that's got 600 feet of different color wire and a few other miscellaneous goodies in it so that we can build our new wire harness and make our connections. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so got what we were saying we wanted to do done. Don't worry, there will be more action shots coming in the future. Tonight we were, like I said, we were kind of pressed for time, so the two of us didn't have time to hold the camera and do the work, and I don't really have a good camera stand yet. Working on that. Got the seat off. I marked where I want to drill my new holes. I'm going to be moving the whole seat back about 2 3/4 inches. That should give me plenty of leg room with the slider. Got the wire harness pulled the old nasty screwed up cable off. We've decided that for the time being, we're going to go ahead and leave the engine on until after we get it all put together and make sure everything runs right. Once we're sure it runs right, then we'll pull it back apart, pull the engine, and if we get this video posted in time, we will list a poll. Let you guys choose the colors. We'll lay out the color schemes we're looking at and let you guys choose colors. But we're going to do that after we make sure everything's copacetic after we get it put back together. So for tonight, since we're pressed for time, we're going to call it a wrap here. Next time, we'll try to get you more action shots, let you see more action happening. And I think at this point, we're almost ready to start going in the opposite direction and putting it back together again. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe, the like, ring the bell for notifications so you get notified whenever we post. We're going to be trying to post each week. Check us out on Facebook. We're about to launch our Instagram, and eventually we'll even launch a Discord. Till then, keep our shiny side up, stay between the ditches unless you're off-roading. Catch you later.